everyone talk between yourselves because I've rearranged some stuff, so I need to do some work in OBS.
Why does Discord insist on logging you out every time it updates?
Security.
That's really annoying.
It's made by the same people as Mail Plus.
Hmm. Have you seen my map of Yorkshire on the back there, John?
All I can see is white.
It's
I guess it's
up
Castleford.
no, it's the traditional counties of Yorkshire, so it's got Harrogate in West Yorkshire.
Traditional counties of Yorkshire. We've got north, we've got west, we've got south.
No,
Is there East
north, west,
Yorkshire?
and east.
No.
The riding.
There is no East Yorkshire. We don't. Talk
No, this is before then. This is the ridings.
We've pushed it into the sea.
I've got some advice for all of you. Don't go to Europe at the moment because some idiots voted for our country to leave them. Just don't. It's a pain in the backside.
I don't find it too bad.
Dual nationality.
I've filled in so many forms
Where
over
are
the
you
past
going?
2 days.
So I went to France and had to do pretty much nothing.
Oh, Germany, because they made because of COVID as well.
Ah,
I'm looking forward to that trip in August. It's gonna be great.
I can see somebody behind Nino.
Yeah, it's supposed to blur the background, but that's the life. So let me move the camera around.
Yeah, I think it blurs things that aren't people. So it's
Yeah.
things that don't
detectors.
move.
That's brave of you, gaming in the same room as your wife.
Well.
He does have a headset on. It's just
He built his fancy outbuilding as an escape.
Tell her she's got to watch the stream and like and subscribe.
Ideally, what we need to do is subtly get him to say answers to questions that are totally innocuous but that sound awful with just one half of the conversation.
Aye.
Inside a dead cat? Oh my god. And the doctor couldn't give him a cream for it.
Was it a bit itchy? John, you've changed your office around.
Hey, I've painted it.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you can't tell I've painted it. Apparently this is eggshell or Egyptian cotton or something. I don't fucking know. It's just baby shit brown.
What did it go from off-white?
What, slightly green?
It went from new build magnolia to baby shit light brown. So yeah. So yeah, I've moved the bookcase to round the corner. I've got my nerd cabinet out. And,
Alright.
Yeah. Bike.
You got an exercise bike.
Yeah.
And how many times you actually used it?
Yeah.
Is
Like,
that
I
all
bought
your-
this exercise
convincing?
bike. I use it like 4 times.
Oh, I've just upgraded it. I think you'll put. That's my new upgraded one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't hear the
And is it all
volume.
your unpainted?
My Warhammer table is there with all its unpainted shit
Nothing on it.
and
Nice.
unbuilt on it. Actually, no, there is some things on it. You just can't see them because they're not painted.
That's meant to be the fun bit, right?
Never paint. Just never paint.
Nah. That's what the missus complained about me because I started painting the landing about 3 months ago. It's still nowhere near done.
Yeah, I've had to get this office sorted out because it'd do me head in. So.
Can.
Why does my phone keep buzzing?
Is you popular?
No, it's Jordan. Saying 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was like 5 minutes ago.
Like 10, 15 minutes ago.
Oh no, it's WhatsApp groups.
Is this Forgot About Dre?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why Ian needs so long for a match.
Yeah, not because he's fighting, because he's recording.
I'm just going to mute the video on my screen because I'm about to eat an apple, and you really don't want to hear me go.
Like a bulldog, like a piss off in that.
Well, you just
That's my
mute your
normal face.
Audio.
Say again, Jordan.
hope he mutes his audio as well, because if he just turns his camera off, we're still going to hear him eating that fucking apple.
Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be
I know.
worse.
It's just there.
They're gonna go and have a piss while he does it as well.
ASMR.
In the words of
How unhygienic do you want to be?
approaching the apple.
in the words of Sean
It's
Locke, that's a
big
challenging
And
one.
red and juicy. Ah.
Almost ready.
Doing it.
Yeah, so I was just saying to everyone, it's going to be a slightly shorter one tonight because Dave's got to go to Europe and they hate him.
I'll just make the point, it's not just Europe that hates me.
Yeah, that's why we're doing a short one.
Thanks.
Sorry, mate.
Are we still prepping Ian, or are we on live?
We're live, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shit.
I'm just waiting for everyone's video to come back up so I know where to put the labels in the right place. But
Oh, I see.
yeah, I'll switch to the right scene.
Just FYI for Discord, I can't change my name to my name because I'm on my desktop and I don't have the server doesn't let me change the nickname in here.
Oh, I'll have to look to see if that's the setting I can change.
Yeah, no worries. Just in case you need it. To be
Cool.
PG.
I don't need it to be anything, no.
cool.
I've just gone into D&D Beyond. I couldn't work out which character we were using. It's been that long.
Yeah, it has been a while. Sorry about that.
When was that
Did
time
we
actually
go up a little?
played this campaign? Was it like October?
Something like that, yeah.
Gosh, it's been that long.
Mhm.
What happened? We got out of the crazy sex dungeon and then we set everything on fire.
Yep.
Yep, we gave her back the snake whip.
Yeah.
And then we
then
legged
we
it into the forest.
Yeah, we were
Mhm.
going north,
Yeah.
weren't we?
You were, yeah.
We let it go, and it went off and kicked some ass.
Right, here you
What
are.
was there?
I'll read you my story so far, which I got ready for you guys. Right, the queefers are.
Do the voice.
Yeah,
No,
sorry,
I've got a
always
different
the
mic.
Sound effect.
I've got a different mic. It doesn't do that anymore.
Put it on. Like, yeah, but like, you know, affect it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, do
If you
You could at least try deepening your voice.
Yeah, do your own echo.
Okay.
Last week.
The queefers are currently heading with great speed into the Savalier Wood after leaving Shady Creek Run with a rampaging beholder, a warehouse fire, and stolen items from the secret Mardoon family vault. With the Dunamis in their possession, the Queefers are heading north into the woods after the orrery, which started this whole time-travelling mess in the first place. Sindan knew of some settlements that were present in his time, so the party has decided to head for the closest one. After a day on the road and an encounter with a group of dangerous plants, the party have found a clearing where they have settled down for the evening. As you are eating your evening meal, Pandak starts to feel uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you would have thought 4 months would have cleared it up. But no.
You got the
Yes, oh yeah, people are starting to remember what happened.
There's got to be some aloe vera around here somewhere. Don't we tear any off those plants?
Sounds like
Someone's
Pandak's been eating my cooking.
Rod.
What is in my inventory? Bear with me.
Do we have any moldy bread?
I would also like to point out that I'm a druid, not a cleric. I won't touch it. Not until it basically.
Isn't it technically natural? Like, is that not your domain?
Only if a mushroom grows on it.
It's mushroom
What, yeah,
shit.
but you're not going to stick your hand there and go cough.
Really wish you hadn't said that, Tom.
Yeah. So yeah, your belt is now far too small to keep your trousers up properly, and your stomach has definitely distended quite a lot. And you've started eating with everyone else, but even after a few spoons, you're full. You can't fit anything else in.
Oh, I'll
Is he
just
the big spoon?
Is
or
he
the
out
little
from
spoon?
behind him.
Is he pregnant?
Either that or you got a lot of
Why
kids.
he's getting bigger?
He's
Roll
bloated.
a medicine check.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Told you I wasn't going to touch it. That'll be an 11.
I know things.
Yeah.
Not this thing, but things.
Is it okay? Cool. We're all crowding around and having a
Oh,
look. aren't we?
everyone have a look. Everyone,
Everybody have a
Right,
look. Just
so-
have a look at his dick.
Get it out in front of the fire.
So, Ilkane and Jeff, you sort of
They've seen
you're
a lot of
watching
dicks.
all this going on, and you're eating your food, and then you sort of catch each other's eyes over the campfire, and you look at Pandak, and you look back at each other, and you're men of the world. You've seen this kind of stuff before. Yeah, he definitely looks like he's pregnant.
Muzzle top.
Called it. Fucking called it. Fantastic.
For another campaign, that's great.
Oh wow.
This Pandak needs to get very grumpy very quickly.
At
Not
least
that
I can
I'm-
blame. I can blame my mood swings on something now.
I'm not fantastic at dwarven anatomy, but there's only one hole that's coming out of, and it's gonna hurt.
Prepare
see,
for
I
it.
just
Get this done.
Start knitting a baby hat.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Sunroof's always an option.
I mean, the only thing I could do is hit it with a flurry of blows and try and give you a back alley abortion.
We got, yeah.
What do you mean by back alley abortion there, Nino?
Does anyone
Yeah.
have like summon stairs?
Wow.
We are definitely going to be demonetized.
How long was that? That must be a new record.
Yeah, I'll give that like 10 minutes. Yeah.
And
Wow.
for what it's worth, I could
We've
sort
had months to build this up.
They'd sort you out.
I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but I expected it to take a little longer.
I wish I'd, when we were choosing spells, I wish I hadn't taken Demon's Tiny Hut. Like, there's another spell that should have a house that you can make it 2 stories. So,
Isn't that like level 5 or something?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Considering that
Sorry, you have to keep it.
that I'm now theoretically 2 people, do I get extra stuff? Like plus 4 strength or something?
You get -5 bladder.
Like,
Yeah,
it's gonna-
yeah.
The
So,
arm's gonna pop out.
Maybe.
You're gonna hold them with 2 hands, and the other hand just comes out.
I can't wait for the inevitable make an incontinence check.
he seems actually, now you're all
It's like a hand.
taking the piss out of him. You take a look, and he looks fairly far along. Like at least like 4 or 5 months on, you think.
Oh wow!
Wait.
Like we're well late with the baby shower. Like
Wait a minute. He only, as far as we're concerned, he only had, or she only had sex. What, a week ago? Less than a week ago?
Yeah, less than a week ago, about 3 days. About 3 days.
Wow. Wait.
We are buggering about with time.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Buggering about was the issue.
Your past here.
Sorry, Sindar, go again.
Would you like to fill us in on your past? Is this, what were we doing 4 months ago? Did you?
I mean, I've been with you guys for about a year now, so I'm assuming I was probably asleep.
Not been with me.
Immediately, Jeff on the defensive.
Too quick there.
literally charm a beholder. So what's a dwarf?
Jeff, he was,
Got pregnant by a beholder.
Jeff was in Pizza Express that evening.
Jeff, can you sweat?
No.
Mm.
Are we missing the obvious here?
What, that you did it?
No. We're traveling with a woman.
Well, yeah, I've changed my pronouns.
But I thought the whole thing was.
Do you identify as a male dwarf?
I will bash you on the head. I will bonk you so hard, but not like that. Now that we've got this, actually,
Is this what happened before?
maybe this is
Someone else
where
asked
we're
you your
going.
someone else asked you your pronouns, and you fucked them. Like, what the hell?
That parlor is really good at being very discreet, aren't they? So.
So, yeah, Pandak, tell us. You know, why are you pregnant?
It's a great question. I wish I had the answers.
Cool. Okay, so this is like a
It's a surprise. Let's say that, not planned.
I'm just
A
gonna
mistake.
move. Gonna move next to
Oh,
Pandak and
super.
bring him another small plate of food.
Is
Next
there
plate
any
probably
way?
there.
Okay, obviously.
I feel we're not going to get much story done today.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need to. Can we cast some shit? Like, does anybody have like detect baby? Or
You want to see? You want to see if it's a
Hand.
tumor?
Will that do?
mage hand.
What can you send into your pocket dimension?
I've got a familiar, haven't I?
You do have. You have a tiny spider familiar, yes.
To a spider. Hang on, what?
Oh,
what
gynecological examination by Spy
Please,
Familiar.
Oh, I've got an octopus. I could do an octopus.
Hang on, I've seen that hentai.
Just Cthulhu up the chuff.
Or a snake. Yeah, so I guess we should try and figure out why you're pregnant, Pandak.
Can we find out whether this is a magical? I mean, given that it's so unexpected, can we do a magic check to find out whether this is an enchantment rather than a natural?
Yeah. If someone
anyone
wants to do like an Arcana check, yeah.
Sure,
Um,
I'm pretty good at that.
also-
I'll give that
also-
a
can
Yeah,
I
I
ask,
can
he's
roll
not-
as well.
He's not just
26.
allergic to something, is he? He's not got some bread in him or something.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Midwife.
This is
dress.
This is definitely something. Yeah, this is definitely something arcane. You've heard of stuff like this before.
Oh, I have.
hmm
In what context might I have heard of it?
In the context of, sorry, Tom, you're
Your
blasting
music's
barcore
coming
through your mic again. So, in the context of the reproductive habits of the Fae.
Like a seahorse. Okay.
On the
Wait, is
music's
that-
coming through you again.
That's a little.
Is there gonna be hundreds of them coming out like a spider's egg?
Oh my
That's a good
god.
question. Oh, fuck me. We already had
Maybe-
horror. We can
When
get
did
Wolf.
we meet
Ugh.
Faye?
some
There was the fake
Lovecraftian
grass
shit.
stuff, wasn't there?
There was with the sheep, right?
If you're telling me I got impregnated by grass, I'm going to be really confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you not just take a Periton for that?
So
We can
yeah,
try.
so you definitely think it's something arcane. Something arcane has happened. And yeah, this is not a natural impregnation. I mean, the biggest giveaway was the fact that he's a dude.
Yeah.
But outside of
Weird.
that,
We are eating, right? Are we evening time?
yeah.
We
So
haven't
you
rested or anything yet?
no, you haven't rested yet. You've got away from the encounter with the plants, and now you're settling down. You found an area off the track to settle down with the horses and the cart, and set up your tiny hut and your ward to keep yourself safe. You definitely feel that the wood is not a safe place to be, so you're taking all the precautions you can to keep yourself safe.
Oh, do we have one of those dome? Who put the dome
Yeah.
up? Yeah. Do you want to do one of those maybe?
Yeah, the dome is up, and so is alarm as well. So
Mm.
no one can see us in. I think I made it pink. I do remember. I think I made it from the outside look bright pink.
Sound about right, yeah.
You know, to blend in.
Yeah.
And then there's like an alarm ward. So I think We can deliver in peace. So.
I'm just gonna go over to Pandak's bag and get all his booze out and take it to the hill.
Yeah,
I've
if you
been
can be a
smoking,
responsible.
drinking, and
Yeah, you
can't
do
be
start to, it does start to
responsible.
feel a little bit painful now, actually. Now that time has gone on a bit and everyone's been putting their opinions
Okay.
in.
Is that what they call it?
That's what got him into the trouble in the first place.
Yeah, I'm desperately looking through my character sheet. I'm like, to find like something that we can do with a pregnant
Yeah.
dwarf, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Eldritch Blast.
I think I missed that lesson. Eldritch Blast.
I can summon a fae, but I can't ask it any questions.
well, we don't need more of them. Bloody hell.
I was maybe looking for some advice from experts, but the spell doesn't allow me to. ask them any-
You can talk to plants, can't you? Will they the forest know anything?
Oh yeah, I can talk to plants.
What
well,
question are you going to ask the trees?
Did you
Yeah.
touch my friend?
Just how fucked is he?
I think the answer was quite, which is how we got in this situation.
Yeah, if you're going to ask the trees anything, I'm fascinated to find out what that would be.
Yeah.
We're waiting. What are you asking the tree?
Well,
I've got a potion of healing, but it's not really something you heal, is it? It's not like a little cut.
I mean, just say the word and I'll flurry of blows you your whim. You just let me know.
Can one of us, let you know for him?
Yeah. It's okay. We're not in Texas. You'll be fine.
No, you know into that. And I kind of just walk off. I've had enough of this. Don't know what's going on. I'm confused. I'm scared. I'm out in the deep dark woods.
So as you go to stand up to get away from all these people, you feel like a shooting pain start just about where your navel is, to the point where it weakens your legs and you find it hard to stand.
Am I old enough to have had a fall as opposed to a fallen over? Because that's never great.
So in dwarf years, you are currently you have fallen over territory. You're not old enough to have had a fall territory. No.
All right. So I'm just there. So I fully fall over. I'm just on the floor again.
Well, you go to put your weight on your legs, and you feel this shooting pain by your navel and sort of by your kidneys, and you sort of go weak in the legs and don't want to put any more weight on it.
Okay.
So we run over, pack up the bedrolls and stuff, and lay you down on the bedrolls, ready for you. What is presumably an impending birth.
Yeah. I mean.
And then saying, holding your hand, like.
Aren't you glad you waited all this time for this game? So, is anyone examining Pandak, or?
I was going to say,
have you got your still
sleight of hand? I could be in and out of there in no time.
Well, yeah, we've got sleight of hand, but it's like that's not going to help us.
So who has the highest, either like medicine or survival kind of skills? Like that's what it's,
I've got
medicine.
survival skills, but I don't think that's going to work.
Can I roll a religion check just while I'm in the middle of praying?
You absolutely can if you wish. Who are you praying to, or what are you trying to do?
I am praying to the gods of the mountains.
Okay, yeah.
To
God of the Forge would probably be who you're more familiar with, yeah.
Okay. And for some clarity, insight, or guidance.
With an 11, you don't feel the presence of any divine being, or you don't obtain any clarification or insight.
Oh shit!
It is starting to get quite painful now, and as you look down, you can see that your flesh is starting to sort of go white in a line down from your navel, and it's starting to move down. It's starting to move
Oh no,
down.
it's gonna have an alien thing. It's gonna be like.
Does it look like it's whatever's inside him? Does it look like it's moving towards his groin area?
So something isn't moving. It's like a line of pale flesh, as if it's like a stretch mark, and it's going down.
It's got
Oh,
that
and
one
it's
stretch
appearing.
mark
So
in the middle.
the line's almost appearing.
Yeah,
like,
the line is just appearing in the flesh.
as sort of a stretch. Okay.
Yeah.
Just gonna walk over to
See,
Andar.
he fucking face hugger bursts open. We're
Just
fucked.
gonna
like,
drop a pair of horse stirrups
Can-
into his hands and walk off.
Can you run burning hands on yourself? Just purely out of
Yeah.
interest.
It's
Can
Can you
from South
roast your own
Outwards,
womb?
So no.
No.
Is there
No.
any sign that he has been or she has been poisoned? I mean, I can.
He.
Yes.
He.
Silly question. Will a put?
With
How
a
about
potion of
just
healing.
giving them a potion of healing, or have we got? Can we do cure disease?
I mean, I'm sharpening my my foil,
I-
so just in case.
I've got cure wounds, but it's not really a wound, is it?
Not yet.
No, not yet. No.
And again, I've got potions of healing, but I assume they're not going to do
Again.
anything.
Just throwing it out there. Flurry of blows.
Get
I mean,
in there.
I've got sleight of hand, so I can help with the. You know, I can be in there quickly, whip it out if necessary.
Yeah, you got sleight of hand, so if he does give birth, you can nick his watch. Have away with his wallet.
Fucking lacrosse stick.
Yeah.
Nothing in anyone's inventory. Has we picked up anything that can help?
I'm looking through and I can't find out.
Bagpipes.
So
Small knife.
Bagpipes and mead. That'll do.
I can give you a strange blue mushroom, but I'm not certain it would do you much good at this particular point.
I mean, it probably can't hurt at this
might
point.
help with the pain actually, because it's like it's a hallucinogen. So
Yeah.
It was, yeah. It definitely was, yeah.
I got the 50 foot of rope, so we can always tie it to the legs of whatever's coming out and pull.
Okay, all these are sounding like frankly
just the
horrible.
idea of the inertia giving out as you're pulling on it with rope.
Okay, there is.
Yeet
Where
the
is
baby.
where is the nearest village or house or town or anything from here?
The nearest settlement is Shady Creek Run.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
We're
we're
not
not
going back there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
feel like
going
this
back
is
there. We can't go back there.
No.
yeah, this feels like a
eh,
dealing with it right now situation.
Let's roll for medicine. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
I'm going to do a medicine check, even though I've got pretty much shit all skill in it.
Yeah, so Jeff, you
Alright.
you make a medicine check and you remember that alcohol is used in births just to sterilise stuff, so you
18.
have a swig.
21 I just rolled.
There you are.
Help.
So yeah,
Potato and I are
21
gonna have a-
with
have a
your
good old
medicine
feel.
check earlier. Yeah, this is it's definitely a pregnancy and it's definitely advancing much faster than normal, and you think that something is probably imminent.
Okay.
So just as a quick aside, spells and like magic can't pass through Liam's tiny hut. So if we all stand outside of it, then it's his problem.
Like it.
Just as a backup plan, you know, make that plan C.
I think we're going to need plenty of hot water and clean towels. We've got plenty of alcohol to sterilize.
Actually, yeah, I can.
Okay, somebody
help.
set a fire. Somebody make a fire.
You've
Yeah,
already got a fire going because you've been having your evening meal, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
you've definitely got a fire going. You don't have lots of fluffy white towels because you've been on the road for like
Oh, that's
2
okay, I'm sure
months.
we've got-
Oh, well,
Everything you own is covered in shit.
We
Well,
can use
so
that-
I
we can
use
use-
the digitation. Can I clean some like at least some bad like robes or something that we can use to catch? So we at least have something remotely sterile.
It won't be sterile. You can clean something, but you won't be able to sterilize it. If you want to press the digitation to try and get all the big bits off and then boil it, then yeah, I'd say you could do that. You've got
we
enough
need
water
lots
and
we need lots of cloth, so they're going to need nappies anyway. So if we rip up Pandek's sleeping bag, we
He
use
won't
that.
need it.
Well, he won't need it. I mean, he'll be too busy being a parent.
Or dead.
because parents don't sleep, so you're correct
Yeah.
there that he won't be needing
Yeah,
a sleeping bag.
I never sleep parent. How are we going to feed whatever comes out? And we got any milk?
No.
We have rations.
Made.
We have
I'm
solid
sorry,
food.
but are we establishing already that we plan to nurse and care for whatever comes out of his? Because if it's a fucking like alien face hugger shit,
Oh no, it's going to get killed.
swaddling it and being like, oh, set it on fire.
I'm
Panda,
going to
can
hug him and
you
hug him and call him George.
Panda, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? You want to beat 15?
Fuck.
Can I?
Guidance. So I don't guidance.
Can I cast
Oh.
Malzo?
Okay. Right, so as this discussion's going on around you about what to do and should we clean stuff and all that, are we going to keep it and feed it, the pain starts to become sharp and biting, and this white stretch mark that has appeared starts to turn pink and then red, and as you watch, blood starts to trickle down out of your navel as the stretch mark opens up and starts to tear, and you take...
We're getting sunroof then.
Do we notice this happening?
Bloody hope so.
You take 20 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
Somehow. So he's screaming. It is painful. He is now screaming as this is opening up.
Sorry, hold on. Somehow I wasn't on max HP. Should I have been?
You should not have been because you haven't had your rest yet.
We haven't had the rest, right?
No.
Should we not? Okay, if we see this is happening, should we not cut him open to get whatever the hell it is out, so he doesn't kill him?
So it's opening up now. So if you want to make
Sorry,
a quick,
I can't hear that.
It's opening up now. So if you want to make a quick action to cut, you can.
Before anything else,
I think I'm going to grab my dagger and cut him open to try and get whatever it is out.
Hold on. Before anything else, I get one of you to pass me a potion of healing from.
Whoa. I've got cure wounds. I've already given you 3.
Oh, fine. I've got very limited, very few health points.
Yeah, before we give him anything that we can run out of, he might still die. So let's not waste things that then would have.
I've got potions of healing in my bag.
You do hear quim from Jeff.
That's not the healing word I'm using.
Oh, okay. Well,
Queef, isn't it?
please.
Should have used a sheath.
Condom. Prophylactic.
Wrap it. So you regain 5 back from that.
Regain 5.
It's opening, and you can see now a small pink hand reach out.
Oh, I fucking grabbed.
Followed by another.
Yeah, as I said, I'm going to get my dagger. I'm going to whiten the hole and pull it out. And pull it out of him.
Okay. Can you roll an attack for me, please, with your dagger?
Okay. I don't use my dagger often.
Oh, don't miss.
Oh.
So roll
19.
damage. I just wanted to see if you get a crit, but you didn't.
No. It's not going to be much.
That flurry of blows is sounding pretty good now, I'm guessing.
Was
Okay.
that
Eight more slashing damage as he opens you up down to your belt line.
Has the hand come out?
There's a hand out and there's another one coming out.
Yeah.
Just sort of behind it.
So I'm trying to stretch his belly apart so somebody can grab whatever it is coming out.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll grab one of the hands, like the scene in Predator. Like.
Okay.
And yank the fucking thing.
Okay, as you pull.
18.
Okay, so 18 points back.
And I've just cast another healing word. You son of a bitch.
You pull this. You pull, and out comes. Where's the description I wrote down? So out of Pandak's stomach appears a small, half-dwarf, half-elf baby boy. The child has a pair of ginger mutton chops and small almond-shaped eyes and pointed ears.
Oh dear,
Pandak,
I expected...
make me a a wisdom saving throw.
I expect a pun somewhere here.
21.
Okay, I am going to send you something on Discord.
Oh, I'm so excited.
just
God.
had it.
Do I need to go and get a cider before we get into this?
Yeah.
Oh, has he got his own
Immediately
placenta?
proposing baby names like Andy, right? Ginger.
Ginger. Ginger mutton chops.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
For
Wow.
some reason,
Okay.
Ian, you're coming through really, really quiet, whereas everybody else is coming through normally.
Me, I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Am I quiet for anyone else?
No,
No. If you right click on him, you can change the volume specifically for him in Discord.
Yeah, you might have. Yeah.
There we go. That's cool. That's helpful.
Testes, testes.
Perfect. Sweet. Thank you.
Okay. That's cool. That's good.
Okay. So yeah, Andar is now standing above you with the child in one hand.
Okay.
I nestle the baby. Like I'm not just holding it by one
Oh,
arm.
you know,
like,
okay.
I kind of look at you just swinging it by.
sitting over a balcony. Like no, I've got it under the butt. And Andar has never touched a child in that sounds terrible. Andar has
Just
never
hold it by the legs and
held a
swing.
child in his life. Has no concept of how to like take care of a baby. So just kind of like it's a sack of flour. Just,
Yeah, it's got like that. Yeah,
But I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
blinking its eyes.
I'm
I
gonna
take
rub.
it off. I take it off you.
I
and,
freely give it.
like wrap it up in whatever rags I've got around.
Can I do a medicine check on the little
I was about to say,
walker?
I'd like to.
Yeah,
It's 20.
yeah. You're midwifing like a motherfucker tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those
So
little midwife hats, one of the little nurse
So-
hats.
Ilkane approaches you and starts to sort of open up the swaddling of the child. I don't know if you're doing anything, but he sort of gives a cursory examination, looks at fingers and toes and bits and pieces. The child looks perfectly healthy. It looks like a half elf, half dwarf.
With my midwife, and I do feel that perhaps the baby should be fed, so maybe you should try and get it to latch on to you.
Well,
You know, just
stranger things have apparently happened. So, yeah, we give it a bash. We give it a go.
Okay, you attempt to settle the child. DM really should have thought what you guys are going to do immediately after this, and it tries to latch on, but your nipples apparently don't really do much.
Hey, milk.
As it starts
Hey, milk.
though, it gives you like a suck, and then you feel like a sharp little nip,
Got teeth.
and as you pull it back, you can see in the child's mouth, in his mouth, just the tiniest hint of a small white tooth in the gum line.
Oh, okay.
Good to see his nipple.
That's
like,
very quick. This child's going to grow.
Would you really think I'd get
Holy
a
shit.
newborn child to chew the nipple off one of my players? Are you suggesting that's something I would do?
So have we? So I go and find whatever we had of
You
dinner.
want me
and
to
get
go and
myself
look for a
maybe
cow?
plate.
Can I?
No,
I'm gonna go and hunt down a cow. I'm gonna go and
I'm-
hunt down a cow. I'm gonna
Straight
find
on
some
solid.
sort of animal I can get milk from.
I can
I'd
actually
like to Arcana check this fucking thing real quick because
What do you want to check?
I'd like to Arcana check this creature.
Okay.
Because although it looks like a half dwarf, half elf, which first of all, yeah, I'd like to Arcana check because it's growing way too quick to be natural.
It is, yeah. I mean, you definitely everything you've seen so far after your good Arcana check earlier is confirming that this is definitely magical.
Yeah.
Something's magical is going on. If the child isn't magical, then whatever has caused it to grow is causing it to go at a much faster rate.
Should we maybe isolate this thing?
This thing.
We have no
Yeah.
idea where it came from, what
Give
it's
it a
doing
mask.
here. It's this fucking spy.
Well,
Right,
just as part of my medicine check, could I measure the little lovely thing and take
Yeah.
note of its height?
Yeah, that's definitely something your character would definitely do, is start taking copious notes. So, yes, you measure it and take all the particulars down, yes.
Yeah.
Has anybody looked at this downstairs yet?
Drawing the baby. I'm not
No.
realizing
So
how creepy that
Right, I
is.
just said, what gender is it?
British Nutri.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
It's the boy, right?
It's a boy.
I'm gonna go and find a cow or an animal that I can get some sort of milk from. So, whether it's a deer or a dog or anything like that, it'll work.
That.
Before,
I've got good
so
berries. I can give it me plums.
you would know from being from Shady Creek that there's no real animal of that description in the woods. Everything
Okay.
is there's something wrong with it.
We're gonna
Everything.
have to wean it early then. We're gonna have to definitely wean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing's magical. Do you think maybe it takes magical milk?
Or maybe it just goes. So I go over and get a plate of food.
Don't you have any?
It's a
Don't you have,
horrible euphemism.
As you start
don't you have
talking,
a spell that could produce food?
as you, I don't know if one of you does actually.
And if you
Clerics
don't, then you
can.
train to make milk.
Well, hang on, I
Sindan
don't
can
think we
make
need to worry
berries,
about
can you
it.
not?
You can.
Yeah, I can make good berries.
So as you're talking, the child sort of gives a little wiggle and looks up at you, Pandak, and says, "Mother,
Oh,
food."
that's quick.
I do another check
And
and
you can specifically hear the umlauts in the word mother.
First of all, like, respond to him like, don't assume my pronouns. And I'm fairly certain if you just give it a good berry, then it's going to suckle on that, right?
I reckon.
Yeah.
It can at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you well, I'll try feeding him them.
Give the magical baby the magical bread. See what happens.
Can I measure the kid again
It's
and
like a terrible idea.
compared to the previous measurements?
How long has it been?
You're the
I don't think it's been that long yet. So I mean, it's not been very long. It's about the same size, approximately.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to measure a wiggling baby, but you think it's about the same size.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of feeding it at all, to be honest.
So
I think,
you give it a good berry, and it sort of sucks down on it and swallows it.
Does it look like it chewed it? Does it have full teeth yet? Is there any more teeth?
You're gonna stick your finger in and find out.
No, you know, like a dog when you're trying to get something that the dog's out, and you put your fingers down the side of the teeth. So I'm doing that to like open the mouth.
So
Dexterity check.
Andar is approaching you with his fingers out.
Animal handling?
Well, handling.
Charlie bit me.
Gotta go a slight hand check. Look in its
Sort of a
mouth.
name for it,
He's trying
Panda.
to steal its teeth out of his mouth.
Oh, if you want to do a sleight of hand check against Pandak's perception.
Okay,
What's your perception? Natural perception.
Look in this baby's mouth.
Or you can ask him.
I'm not gonna do it surreptitiously. Pandak, can we look in its mouth and see
Yeah.
whether it ate? Okay.
Yep, you crack on.
So I grab it like you grab a fucking dog. Just peel its lips.
Aidan, I'm going to say this out of character because I don't know in character, but hard palate teeth don't need children don't need teeth to actually chew things.
Because it's all under
No.
the gums.
But I'm
Yeah,
curious about if there are more teeth.
Yeah, in character he has no idea. So he's looking in there.
No
and-
idea. But in reality, teeth
So
aren't
you sort of
needed.
go in and
Children eat hard food before teeth.
and you sort of stuff your finger in a little bit, trying to be careful, and sort of tease his lips apart, and he's sort of going to try and maybe have a suck or a nibble, and you do notice that there's like two little lines on the top of his gum where it looks like teeth are starting to come through, and he's now that you're doing that, he's trying to go in and feed,
I remove my hand.
and he said,
I
"Mother, food."
I continue to feed Panope the good berries.
If you
Pano.
called it Panope.
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 Okay.
Spell it.
Yeah, do it backwards.
Spell it.
P-A-N.
O-P-E.
Pan. P-A-N. Same as
Like
my start of me.
Mhm.
And then O-P-E.
Okay.
It's also. Hang on. This bread keeps coming up in my head. Because you got the Panamancer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
God, I just
Yeah.
googled.
In the oven.
Just Google image search Panope. Google image search it.
Really? Oh, no.
Yeah, seriously, Google image search it.
Panacea. Nope.
Okay. Perfect chance to come up.
What the hell?
Oh! Oh!
That was
Another name for a geoduck.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I didn't
Wow.
need to see that.
You have high opinions of your new little baby.
Mm.
That's fucking terrible, man.
Definitely put that in the show notes.
So the child hears you talking. Mother, name Panope.
Yes, little Pano. Have another good berry.
Ah, he giggles and eats the good berry.
You're spoiling him.
I introduced him to everyone else in the crew, and say these are all your
Uncles.
uncles.
No,
Uncles.
wait, no
Uncles.
babysitting duty. Fuck you. Like,
They will help look after you. if
So
I
he,
cannot.
he sort of turns
No, I
to you
won't.
and looks at you and says, "Daddy," in a sort of question mark.
to who?
To Pandak.
Oh.
Yeah, Mama, Dada.
We
Pointing
look-
at myself.
Okay. Mother, father, Pandak.
Mm-hmm.
Crying baby Jesus.
Brother,
Gives
sister,
you a
cousin.
Pano out
And he looks at you, Uncle Baby Jesus.
No.
I continue to feed him all the good berries until they've gone.
Okay. He seems to be settling down now into a sleep. He seems to have satiated his hunger and is starting to.
Wicked fart.
His eyes are starting to close.
If the good berries are anything like blueberries, we are in for a stinky night. Cool. I'm pretty tired after what has just occurred.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go.
And just like in real life, someone said some magic words over you, and you're pretty much healed and good to go. That's I understand that's how childbirth also works.
I believe that is true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no worse than having like man flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
basically the
It's,
same.
it's just having a big dump, that's all.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
there's
glad
no-
I've got a headset on. Mhm.
Right. So
Okay,
yeah,
so we can have a rest.
you can have a rest now if you want. If you want to,
Short rest.
no long rest. It's in the evening now.
Long rest.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna change a few spells because
Yep, okay.
it seems things are going to get weird.
Yeah.
Going to, yeah.
I'm going to set up for first watch whilst it's still, twilight.
We don't need a watch, do we?
Do we need to-
You don't
We
really
all
need a watch. You've
You
got
in the wilderness,
the
you all need a
alarm.
watch.
You've got the alarm.
The alarm. You've got the alarm, and you've got Lehman's tiny hut. So
Okay.
no one can see us, and if anyone gets near, the alarm will wake me up. And I'm an elf, so I'm only in a trance anyway. So I'll be like, ah, shit's fucked.
Yeah, elves don't need sleep, they only trance.
Yeah, dribble out the side of his mouth. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, all take a long rest.
Yep.
The sun's nothing happens
Oh.
during the night. The sun
Right, so
starts to
how many
rise.
how many times does the bastard wake up and scream?
Well, he's going to be 4 by the morning. I think it'll be alright.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He sleeps through the night.
That's unusual.
Yeah, that's the unusual thing about the situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to roll my portent.
Hmm.
If that's okay.
Yep.
Here are 20s. $13 and a 17.
Okay. Okay, so it is now morning. I don't know who's up first. Is anyone particularly interested in waking first, or?
If the kid's asleep, I might try and just silently measure him again, see how tall he is.
Okay.
I am so awake and assisting. I'm like here with the taking notes as you going 30 centimeters.
Yeah, he's grown by a couple of centimeters. He's definitely bigger.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Has he got teeth yet?
Yeah, not like adult teeth, but he seems to have like a full set of top and bottom front teeth.
Wow, he skipped teeth in as well.
It's like, why the fuck does that keep?
Being an elf, can I make some form of check to figure approximately if he were an elf, how old he might be?
I'm open and count the rings.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
I am here. I just turned my camera off.
Crit. Okay, so you reckon probably around 12 months old, about a year old.
Okay, so that's 12 months in what? 8
1
hours?
night.
Yeah, about 8 hours, yeah.
So a year and a half every hour? Okay, that he's
Yeah, it's going up 3 years every day, roughly, right?
But that's not. No, because it's
at the end of the day.
if we like just as a sort of I don't know what you might want to roll for, but maybe an insight. Does it seem like the growth is getting faster at all? Like obviously we've been asleep, but like between the birth and when we went to sleep, did it seem like his development was increasing in speed?
Hold on,
Like,
we need to do a differential like in house, right?
Yeah.
Because the mold in his pants and the baby might not be related. So we are assuming that this all happened 3 days ago, but it might have
Yeah.
happened sometime between.
You
Is
don't
it
have enough
12
data.
months?
You don't have enough data
Yeah.
points,
Okay,
really.
so 12 months in 8 hours.
Yeah.
We need to know if
And
in
it
another
was-
8 hours if he's 24
But it was
months.
9 months.
or
It was
more.
9 months and 3 days before that. If we assume it was from the fated night.
And eventually it will be 4 seasons in 1 day. That's terrible.
Okay, yeah. So wake up, feed me and Pano.
Okay. I don't know why the stream has crashed the one of my displays. So I'm just going to redo it.
Roll 20 just crapped.
Would you like some more good berries?
Is my camera blurry to you guys, or is it okay?
Yeah, it looks alright. Yeah, it looks fine.
Seems fine.
Gonna
Well,
try
20's
him
fine
on
for me.
actual food, same as what we're having.
Okay.
And then if that doesn't go well, I'll come back with some good brews.
Fair enough.
Well, a bit of venison. Let's start him on the meat now.
Yeah.
Have you got
Right,
rations?
we've got
and
that
stuff?
around.
I mean, I could try and hunt down some fresh meat if you want.
Fine. Just
There'll be
whatever we're
plenty
having.
of rabbits around.
He's not going to be picky. I hope.
Technically speaking, I can actually summon the animals and then you kill them as I summon them. I do that.
Bambino!
The druid gods would look really badly upon that.
Yeah, they kind of would, yeah.
Just realised I've been on mute for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck, mate.
Do you want to get your zingers in now? Or do you just want to reel
Yeah, I
them
was
off?
going to say, yeah.
It's too late now.
Can we have a,
Oh,
can we have a recount of John's jokes for the past hour?
Right, I'm just fixing some OBS shit.
This is not what I thought would happen today.
Right,
It was
OBS
like
is
real
fixed.
life.
Okay, so you have breakfast yourselves, and the child looked at you. Mother, I'm hungry.
Yeah, so give
Food, mother.
give it the same food as what we're having.
Okay, he eats it quite readily.
Already, perfect.
Give him some mead.
Not giving him
He
meat.
reaches for it.
It's honey. It's good for him.
Dwarf. It's half
No, you're
dwarf.
not supposed to give a baby honey.
Why not?
It's bad for them. There's a
Yeah.
thing in it.
Immune
Yeah,
system.
it is. Yeah.
A human baby. A human baby.
I suppose it's the
we're
honey
going
that's
for-
the off-putting thing.
Yeah, that's thing is going to fuck this situation up. Yeah.
Yep, honey is the issue.
So the hut's gone now.
Okay, so we should probably get ready to
The
carry
alarm is
on,
gone. So
carry on strolling through the forest.
Okay, so as you start packing up, Panope says, "Mother, where are we going?"
None of your business.
We are following the cookie crumbs from a Panamancer. We found the end of my knob by following one, and now we're heading off in a direction to find something else. It's an adventure. You'll love it.
Okay, he looks at you and sort of takes in. Okay, that sounds fun.
It will be. There'll be games. People will teach you how to count. We're going to have loads of fun.
Set people on fire.
Yay!
The baby.
Can I ask how you're carrying the baby?
What?
Like in like
Yeah, physically.
literally, how are you carrying the baby?
Front pouch.
Can we rig up a pouch for Pandak?
Yeah, I think we.
But very importantly, I think it should be a back like pouch thing because if
So
you're walking,
ahead.
yeah, because if you're walking through the forest and you fall over,
What if it falls backwards?
squish.
Well, you've still
baby
got horses
syndrome,
and cart. You've got the
Oh.
horses and cart. So
Oh yeah, he's going on the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, just chuck him on the cart. I mean, we're not getting a cart seat out here, so.
I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
I can.
There's
I
no
can
child
rig you
protective
up.
services.
I'm sure I can rig you up a way of carrying him.
Nah, it's
Sling.
fine. He'll just sit in the hay in the cart.
But surely you want to be next to him, skin to skin contact and all that.
Nah, it's fine. He's a year old.
He's already
past
a
that.
year
We did that.
So are you suggesting that you're going to leave the child by himself?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'll be
You'll be with him.
walking by the cart. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but I'm just not. I'm not actively carrying him.
Okay. So
Use mage hand. Just wander around.
Yeah, how much does he weigh?
Oh yeah.
he's fairly heavy right now.
I try and pick him up with a mage hand.
You can just about manage it if you really do that.
Fucking yeet him. No, I'm joking.
He's like, wee.
Yeah, I only pick him up like an inch off the
Okay.
thing and I put him back.
Yeah, Uncle Jesus.
Awesome fucking name. Stick him with that. So that means he's slightly less than 10 pounds.
Oh, is it pounds? I thought it was kilos.
No, it's
Actually,
pounds.
yeah, you can probably just about do it. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's like
about 5 kilos. Ish.
5 kilos.
Don't,
Yeah.
don't forget D&D is written in the US where they use archaic units still.
Yeah.
Newtons per gallon and shit.
Not like us in the UK who use everything wrong.
Yep,
Yeah.
we use
Miles
the words of
per gallon
everything.
in your car, liters at the pump.
How many yards is that baby?
Gosh, look at him, the
Not 5 pounds.
dirty internal combustion engine driver. Ugh. Okay, so if you don't want it to do anything else prior to setting off, you make your way back on the road, heading northeast towards the settlement that Sindan was aware of. You're now very aware that the wildlife and even the flora of the forest is dangerous, and you keep an active lookout. There are a couple of moments where you realise you're about to walk into somewhere that's infested with these animate plants and trees, but you do manage to make your way around them with no issues. Towards the end of the day, the light's starting to fail, and you start to hear rustling in the woods around you.
Seems pretty standard.
So I'll have to go and have an investigation then if there's rustling. Could be anything in there.
Okay, roll me an
We're gonna go
investigation check.
stealth mode. Sorry?
You're going to do stealth, or are you going to do
Stealth
an
mode,
investigation?
because I don't know what it is. So
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
21.
Okay, yes, you're very stealthy.
And then I will look in the bushes, which is what, perception?
Investigation, please. Or survival, if you want to do that.
That'll be 16.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff moving off the trail that you're on. Looks like potentially quite a lot.
Sort of
Just-
aminals. Or... animals.
Unsure, but with your knowledge, with your previous encounters, it could be a mix of both the flora and fauna that are starting to agitate.
So we just need to really camp, find a clearing and camp. Right, I'm just going to say that to the guys. Let's find somewhere to camp. Safe.
While you're looking, you do notice off to the side of the road what looks like something that was a very, very old grave marker. Very, very worn. You can't make out any writing on it, but it looks like it potentially was a grave marker.
Maybe we're one of the more magical people.
I make a religion check to try and identify whether it's tied to any particular religion, race, or...
Yeah, you can do.
Me too? Oh.
It's far too badly damaged for you to assign it any particular sect or religion, but it definitely looks like something that you'd be familiar with from Elven culture as a grave marker. There would have been specifics on it, but it is very, very old and very damaged.
There's only one grave.
Just one grave, yeah.
Yeah.
Just one on its own.
That's a bit that normally you tend to have multiple together, unless it's what stone is it?
Yes, and as you say that, you notice off to the other side of the track, a little bit further down, what looks like maybe another one.
We probably don't want to camp in a graveyard, do we?
No, probably not.
Oh,
in case.
Is anybody there in Old Elven, as it were? The Elven of my time?
Yes, you can shout that out if you like.
Any response, or...?
No. So you're looking around a bit more now. You've noticed these two grave markers, and there seems to be signs of, like a wall, a very again very dilapidated stone wall. There's not really much left of it, but there's definitely something there that seems to be marking out the edges of possibly where these graves actually were originally interred. So possibly an outer wall.
Graveyard, but I don't like the fact that I think we're being followed. The rustling and stuff in the bushes and
That's still there. That's still present.
I mean, that's here. It could be animals or it could be the plants. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to camp on a graveyard. There's too much chance.
Mother, bad people around. Bad people.
God.
Is it talking about us?
Oh,
Yeah.
New bad people or same bad?
Bad.
I think we
Broken.
need to move. I think we should.
Use this kid as a ward. We just hold it in front of us.
Yeah, so I
Theory.
relay this chat to the group and say I think we should go ASAP. Magic quick growing kid is telling us warning signs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you start picking up your speed. You notice as you go forward that there are more signs of more graves and grave markers and burial markers on the road, and they seem to be getting newer, less broken as you make your way forward, and you find another line of wall, which again broken but not quite as bad as the other. You make your way forward and you come across what appears to be a well-maintained wall with a clear area just in front of it where the forest has been cut back. It's about maybe 5 meters of clear space.
Campsite, as it were.
So it looks more like a settlement.
What, as in where a settlement would have been?
Or yes, and there's where you can see this wall that does seem to be like an arch or an entranceway just off the path down to your right.
I'm gonna get my bow ready just in cases because I'm getting a wee bit nervous about this. So, but time to investigate them through the arch. But I don't think everybody should go. So I'm gonna nip through first.
While you're doing that, I look at Panos and go, "Feel? How do you feel?"
Yeah, safe. Yes, safe place.
Okay.
Safe place. no broken people.
Okay, I'll relay that to the rest of the group.
Is there anything on the other side of the arch?
As you go through, you can see a settlement which consists of a temple. It's a very small temple off to the back of the enclosed area. It's maybe 25-30 meters around this area. This temple is at the back of the settlement from where you come in on the entrance, and all across the ground between you and the temple is carpeted a field of different blooms. Everywhere you look, there's a different type of flower, different colours, different shades, different shapes, and it's absolutely carpeted.
Okay.
It
I
looks.
thought you said balloons, not blooms.
No, sorry, blue. Now you got me saying it. Blooms. It looks.
Yeah, I thought.
It looks very different from the woods itself. It looks natural. You don't get the feeling of corruption. You can't see anything that looks corrupted.
Okay, I'm gonna call over Sindan.
Yeah, this is all feeling very druidy. I'm quite liking this place. Okay.
Yeah.
I put my bow away, and sort of casually make my way up towards the temple. Palms open.
You hear it, and out from the side of the temple springs a dog, a sort of Doberman-sized dog, and he sort of jumps out, and he rather than looking angry, he looks sort of excited, like, ooh, new friends.
I'm gonna get licked.
And he sort of trots forward.
I'm gonna cast a quick speak with animals and say, "Hello, good dog. Are you here on your own, or do you have a map?"
And as you say that, out from the same place that the dog came, walks an elf.
Oh, okay.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
I didn't expect any visitors today. It's been a long while since anyone decided to come and visit the Blooming Grove.
Oh,
You're of course welcome.
I am Sendan Redleaf, and these are my compatriots. We have made our way through the forest, and we come upon you by chance, and are merely passing through, but may ask that you give us some shelter, and speak of yourself as to why you're here in these woods. As lovely as it seems, you seem to be surrounded by less pleasant. The forest seems to be encroaching upon the edges of your domain. You seem to be holding it off almost.
You are correct. Yes. You are of course welcome. We just ask that any conflicts you have, you leave outside. This is an area of peace and restitution. So we don't like to bring the external world in. We want to keep out. We want to keep that sort of influence out. And you were very fortunate to find us. If you weren't looking, the Salavia Wood is the corruption. It takes most people who try and venture in. It's broken armies who have tried to come into the wildlands. So you're very fortunate to make it here unharmed.
Well, I'm glad that we have come here then, because we were beginning to worry that the path was going to force us to sleep amongst the corruption. We bring a child, of which we might like to speak of some more. Could we possibly go somewhere and discuss over some food and warmth across next to a fire, or possibly something? You can tell us more about your why you're here and how long you've been.
Absolutely. Get yourselves set up any way you like is fine.
Okay.
And yes, I will happily tell you of the Grove and how I came to be here and the history of this place.
I go back to the rest of the party and say, right, we've obviously met somebody who is one of the good ones. No shenanigans here, please. Seems like a kindly elf. We could probably learn some things from him. You ought to keep an eye on Panup, though. No going outside of the area here, Panup. Stay amongst this garden.
It's bad outside, yes.
Good. Cool.
Right, so let's make camp then. Where can we camp? Anywhere.
He said anywhere. The whole place is absolutely carpeted with different blossoms. You sort of feel like wherever you put down, you're gonna damage something, but he didn't seem that bothered.
So do we maybe not put the tent up to reduce damage?
Well, we're going to have to, because we need to sleep. If it rains, we're going to get wet, and you really don't want to get Pano wet.
You're free to you're free to use your bedrolls in the temple if you wish. I will not take offence. Melora, it will give shade and shelter to anyone who wishes, especially in a horrible place like this.
We're sleeping indoors here, folks.
I'll be honest, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I've already got my stuff off the cart.
He's in. Having a lie down. Yeah, I get put all the stuff when we go into the abbey.
Okay.
Yeah. Head into the temple and find somewhere where we can set a fire and cook dinner, or if there is somewhere in the.
Okay. There's braziers in there. It looks like it hasn't been used very much. The braziers are cold. There's no fuel in it. But if you've got enough stuff that setting a fire is not going to be a problem, and there's plenty of stuff there to for you to do that without damaging anything or setting it on the floor. And there's also plenty of room in there for you to put your sleeping bags out and whatever without being cramped. It's not a big temple by any means. It's only maybe one room where services are done, and a couple of chambers off to the side.
Mm-hmm. Because we've been on a cart all day, I kind of let Pano down on the floor to help him encourage crawl around, play some games.
Okay, and he's sort of crawling on his knees and his elbows, and he's sort of going around and having a look at the pews and things like that, and he starts pulling himself up on the pews and sort of wobble, and then falls on his bum, gets up again and starts putting himself up the pews.
Cool. Yeah, I kind of supervise and just keep an eye on play with him.
Okay. He seems to be doing it. He's very interested in anything he can get his hands on.
Oh, he's going to be a little artificer there.
Jeff, roll a perception check for me, please.
I see. Fuck all.
Okay. No, yeah, you don't see anything. Yeah.
Can I make a history check and find out? Can I get an approximate age of how long he may have been here?
He looks around. He's elderly. He's an elf, but he's elderly even for an elf. He looks maybe in his mid-hundreds.
I'd like to ask Pandak, like, take him aside a little bit and be like, you've been spending a lot of time with this new baby thing. You feeling all right about it? Like, what's your read on this baby thing?
Greatest gift I never knew I needed. Ready to explore. Ready for him to help.
Cool.
We're all good.
You seem to have taken to it real quick, given that this is a extraordinarily fast-growing baby. I'm also I'm saying this quite loudly. Yeah, and it's Ginger.
Your child.
I'm kind of saying this quite loudly to the rest of the group because I think it's really fucking strange that we've just accepted that we have this baby and we haven't tied it up or anything. Like, this is fucking bizarre, right?
I kind of.
Why do you think I'm on the maid?
I sense the tone from Andar, and I purposely step between him and Panope with a bit more of a cross, determined look on my face.
If I was gonna kill it, I'd have already killed it. Like,
just there, in the way.
See when I had my hand in its brittle little face looking for teeth? Yeah, like, yeah, no, I have no ill will against the kid. We all seem totally okay with this fucking weird demon baby. Like, so
I like you too, Uncle Jesus.
you shut the fuck up. This conversation does not concern you. Children should be seen and not heard.
Well, shall we get Jeff to sing a lullaby to Panope? You know, something like waffle stomping.
Oh.
The bagpipes for it.
Yeah, I'll play some bagpipes at it. Why not?
Oh.
Everyone
Okay.
loves bagpipes.
Sorry, he's holding his ears now.
So it seems it's got good taste.
The uncle's got angry bag.
Angry bat.
Angry bag. That is the best description of bagpipes I've ever heard.
That sounds more like his auntie.
Yeah, I kind of look at Andar and go, I assume this conversation's finished.
I mean, if you've got nothing else to say, you know, like an answer to my question, then yeah, sure, I guess the conversation's finished.
I will block you every time.
What, on Facebook? What the fuck are you talking about? You're gonna block me every time.
I will be between you and him, and I'm keeping an eye on you now.
We could be standing face to face, I could still shoot spells over your fucking head. What are you talking about?
I'll jump.
I can just see us like segueing into like some sort of Jerry Springer or Doctor Who type thing, where you're having to apply for visitation rights.
Topless with a tie on, with the mic pinned to it. Like...
There's going to be a DNA test. Is that what you're saying?
I can just imagine him coming across the stage, slap fighting his little dwarf wife.
You know, his wife would have to be Elven. Because he's after reaching up, like.
Yeah, and that's one thing you do notice. The baby is definitely half elf. Even with the ginger mutton chops.
Has the baby gone to sleep yet?
Last night, yeah. Currently, you're still messing around.
As an elf, did I notice whether it slept or whether it tranced?
You never said you were looking. So...
No, I didn't. I was just. Yeah, okay.
You don't know.
Okay, I will be when the opportunity arises. I'm going to be paying attention to this kid.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't trust it.
So as you're facing off, I don't know. As you're facing off, the elderly elf comes in with his dog next to him, and he says, "Are you all settled down? Have you rested from the road?"
Yes, thank you.
No, that's good to hear. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have about this place. It is obviously very unusual. And
Yes, so
when people have come to visit us, they often ask. So I'm my name is Corin, by the way.
Corin, pleasure to meet you. So, what brings you? What makes you stay? First of all, why here of all places?
I stay because it's my duty. I am the last guardian of this grove. This grove has been here ever since the calamity hundreds of years ago, and it is a place dedicated to returning the souls of those who dwell in the woods to the earth and returning them to Melora to be born anew. And I am the keeper of this place. Traditionally, this place was looked after by the Clay family, but the last Clay, Caduceus, left many years ago to try and find some way of potentially clearing the curse that has come upon these woods, and alas, he's, I assume, still searching. So I am here now, and I will look after this place and greet any visitors, and when people return to me with their loved ones, I will help commit them to the ground, return them to Melora.
He said he left to... Sorry,
No, you go.
He said this Caduceus left to look for a solution to the curse, did you say?
Yes. He met a group of adventurers coming through here and thought that they might have the ability to potentially clear the curse of the forest, return Salavir Wood back to the paradise it was before this curse hit us and corrupted the woods.
To go on, to explain this a bit more detail. Which adventurers are these?
I do not know their names, unfortunately. I am taking his place once he left. I was not here when these adventurers came through.
I do.
This
know
was
of
many years ago.
Two dwarven adventurers that were seeking a grove. They were called PJ and Duncan. Wrong grove.
And as you say that,
Wrong Jeff as well.
the child goes way from the back of it.
Way uncanny.
Oh God.
I sidle over to Ilkane. When was the last time you measured the baby? Because I can't, because that dwarf ain't gonna let me anywhere near that fucking baby now.
I warm my hands up.
I mean, clearly the child is now standing, although supporting himself against the pew. The child is now standing.
I ask Cor, has the corruption ever been known to affect children or in any way?
Not specifically. The corruption is of the woods, so it affects the plants, it affects the animals. People don't live here. They don't settle here. I know there are bands who... there is a band of tabaxi I know that live in the woods, which I have heard of. I've not heard anything specifically affecting children. People just do not choose to live here. It is far too dangerous.
And how does it affect the animals? Is their growth stunted or in any way increased or sped up? Do they age quicker?
I do not study the creatures of the forest. I mind the grove and I keep the corruption out. My understanding is that they are twisted and deformed. Sometimes more powerful, I understand, but twisted and deformed.
I quietly whispered to the rest of the party at some point away from him that, are we gonna gin him in on the kid?
No, there's no need to.
No. Can we find out how come the corruption hasn't touched all of his blooming plants?
No need to curse.
Sorry.
I'm interested in this. Is this a druidic spell that you keep the grove, the corruption out of the grove, or do you maintain it, or is this natural magic?
It is the light of Melora is helping keep the curse at bay. However, over the last century or so, it has. You probably saw on your way in that it has started encroaching further and further, and we have to keep rebuilding our outer wall. But I hope and I pray that the souls that come to rest here join with Melora's light and help keep the corruption at bay, at least until something can be done to return the woods to their previous.
I ask if there is a core network here that we might help.
Is there a what? Is there a what? Sorry.
Is there a core magic within the grove that we might help? Trying to think, is there some sort of part of the grove that's
the blooming grove is sustained by the spirits of those who come to spend their final rest here. So I would ask if, when you come to the end of your long life, that if you wish to come here and be interred, we would welcome you.
Do you know where the curse has come from?
Are we eating food? Does anyone check the food?
No one's. No, you're not said you're eating yet. You've sort of been settled down, and no one's mentioned cooking yet.
We would have been cooking our own stuff anyway. But do we know where the curse has come from?
That has been a question asked by many people over many years. It is not something that I have concerned myself with, but I know that scholars have been looking. What I do know is that people suggest that it came from the city of Melasmir, which you will find just up the river. And as he mentions this, you can actually now hear there's a sound of running water just beyond one of the walls. It appears to be centered on Melasmere, but has spread out to encompass the entire woods. We assume something happened within Melasmere to set this curse off, and again, it is assumed that that's where the fix will be, if anything can be done. But the curse is so strong in that area that people cannot get near it.
Is that where we're off to?
Yeah, that's where we're off to.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah, so close.
I point out to him that our quest is currently headed in that direction, and as such, we may seek some guidance, or at least to be able to use this as a base to launch from. Is there any way to Melasmere that you're aware of that we might use, such as a waterway or a path?
If you truly wish to approach Melasmere, I would suggest you do it on the water. At least it means it keeps you away from the worst of the altered plants. I have boats that you can take with you if you wish.
That was going to be my next question. So yeah,
I do have some small rowboats that you can take if you wish to go north. Although I must warn you that of late, in the last week or so, there does seem to be a lot of activity, more than usual, in the forest. Creatures, even the twisted ones, moving away from that area, which it does not bode well.
Okay, I'll take a good strong look at Pandak and ask him. I got a question, because you're gonna have to come to it eventually. Do you want to leave your child with the priest while we go off?
Is he a Catholic priest?
No, Uncle. Before you even get a chance to answer, no, Uncle.
Priest.
I'll come with you. I need to go.
I see. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Eventually, we will go with a small child. All right.
It won't be small by the time we get there.
No, I get that.
No, Uncle. I'll probably be a bit bigger by then. I mean, we can talk about it now if you like.
Yeah, I mean, you're having
Okay, let's talk about it then.
fun conversation with us, so yeah, I'm engaging this kid. See, you.
So Corum is
who-
looking at the
what
child
are you?
now and he thinks he's quite developed for his age.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, we're aware. We're super aware. So I'm engaging with this kid. Like, I'm a safe enough distance because I'm watching Pandak doesn't try and swing for my head. What are you? And where the fuck are you from?
I'm Panup. I came from Mommy.
Okay, cool. How did you get in there?
Well, you see, I was hanging around in the run, and I saw an opportunity to sort of jump in when Mommy was having some fun with the lady.
Okay,
So I
you're like
hopped
a
in.
fae spirit or some shit.
Faye, yes,
Fuck.
Hopped in.
hopped in.
Like, physically.
And
Like a little
And-
worm swimming uphill.
walked in.
Upstream.
Like,
up
A
your
salmon
stream,
in a
mate.
salmon run, maybe.
Okay, so why has our good friend, the dwarf, suddenly become so defensive of you? And are you in any way influencing his behavior, you weird little thing?
You don't think I'm charming, Uncle Jesus?
No, I do not. Yeah.
Aw.
Child in Sylvan. In Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
What his true name is?
He answers you back in Sylvan. My name is Pupple. Or whatever it was.
Pat up.
Yeah, he answers you in Sylvan. Yeah.
Okay. And what was your name before you were that?
I've had many names, but my current name will do for now.
Okay, can I have one of your other
Panup.
names? Was that no? Was that no?
You can call me
Did you say
Panup.
no?
Panup for now is fine.
Can we try? Yeah, but I mean, like, you might like if we were best friends, what would your best
I
friends
can
call
see
you?
we're doing the whole beating around the bush thing,
Okay, tell me
trying
your
to.
name, you weird fucking spirit. Like, there's no beating around here. Like, you're fucking weird.
I'm
I
not.
start walking over towards
I'm
Amber,
not.
just being like, whoa.
I'm not here to hurt you. I thought I'd pop in to help. You see, our interests have become aligned somewhat, and you're after something, and I'm after something, and they're sort of the same thing. And I saw the opportunity to sort of hop in and hop out, and sort of give you a little nudge, little push, little help.
I have one
You
question.
violated,
I ask him again in Sylvan. Is our relationship of trust based one on mutual destruction or mutual survival?
So
Great question.
I'm not. He's answering you back in Sylvan. I mean you absolutely no harm. I don't intend to threaten you at all. I'm just here to help. You're getting to something incredibly dangerous, possibly more over your head than you realise. And he's still talking in Sylvan. I don't know how many of you speak Sylvan. And he says,
It's distinct from Elvish, right?
yes. And he says, something has happened, and I believe you have something to do with this. Whether or not you did it intentionally or not. And that has impacted on my interests. So solving your problem will solve my problem.
In that case, I accept your chaotic entrance into
Hold
our
on,
life.
hold
Just one question.
Next
Inigo. Yeah.
next to Tom, sorry. Just walk over to this kid, put my hand out, tap the palm of my hand in front of him.
Okay, and he reaches up and sort of gives you a low five. And as you pull your hand away, you see a platinum coin in your hand.
What? I kind of make a noise, clasp it, just put it in my pocket. Fuck off.
Okay.
So I have just one question. I'm gonna speak to him in Dwarvish because I want this to be very clearly to Pandak. So I have one last question, and if you answer it truthfully, then I think we're gonna be all right. What is your real name?
Real names have power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not go there just yet, shall we? I have been given many, many names over many, many years, to the point where, honestly, I don't even know what my true name would be anymore.
I interrupt in Dwarven.
I'm sorry. It's
Panope.
Can I tell whether or not he's lying about not knowing his own name?
You can roll a insight check, yeah.
I put my hand on Endar's shoulder and I assure him there is a force at work here that we need to trust, and that I feel that nature and the chaos is speaking to us, and that we
disagree.
You disagree.
So you do think that maybe he's not being 100% truthful about not knowing his true name, but he certainly doesn't want to give it to you.
Yeah.
And you think he was possibly giving you that as a way to de-escalate or divert the question.
Okay.
I say we allow our paths to align for now, but if he turns Rumpelstiltskin on him, we'll
yeah, we should wait until he's older and more developed and more capable of kicking our ass before we kill him.
Well, let's find out if he grows fast.
Power.
I'm looking at Jeff and making a sort of charade motion of shaking a baby. See what else falls out.
So he walked up to you at that point and holds his hand out.
I'm really nervous of looking at this kid like, okay. I kind of put my hand over.
And he sort of gives it the come here. And starts pointing at his hand.
Okay. I turn my palm upwards and put it on top of his hand.
Okay, and as you feel his hand pull away, you feel that platinum coin is lighter from wherever you secreted it.
I check my pockets and then just be very confused and sit down.
Okay. Right, so I assume from the conversation that you were all gung-ho about getting in the boats and heading into the middle of Melasmere and finding the orrery and fixing everything even though you don't know what's going on. So that would be a bad plan. That would be a really good way of getting yourselves killed, and we can't be having that.
Fair enough. In that case, we're looking here for advice. We go on. What do we need? Because otherwise, we'll fuck around and find out.
Well, you need a way in, and that is something that I know something about. A way to get into Melasmere without having to go through the intervening nastiness. You're correct that the river's the best way to go, but rather than going all the way up, we go up about halfway, and there is an old elven house, a very grand house, that now lies abandoned, and within there is a travelling circle that we can use to move into Melasmere, and that is where we're going to go. And
That mean you'll be joining us on our journey?
Oh yes, I'll be coming along.
Okay.
So I suppose story time is in order because you still really don't understand what's going on. So I think I'll just lay it out for you and we'll go from there just so we're all on the same page. So you've been doing the time travel, right? There's some of you and another one who's not here, and that's never a good thing. Whenever they bring it up in the writer's room, I'm always the first one to point out that this can never end well, and I always get voted, but it'll be exciting. It's never good, and it's not good here. Things have happened, and the status quo is being upset. Now, you've managed to give a seed of power to a creature that normally I don't bother with. He's wet and he's soggy and he's under the ocean and he stays there and he bothers pirates and he bothers the Menagerie Coast, and I don't really care about that. But you've managed to give him a seed of power now, and he wants out, and he wants more power, and he's found a way to get it using your orrery and your dunamis. And if he succeeds, then he's going to be a problem. So we can't let that happen. So we're going to stop him. Are we on the same page there? If he gets power, he's pretty much going to take over. He's certainly going to ruin everything that the rest of us have managed to carve out. And he might, and there's a very good possibility that he can do it hundreds of years in the past, which would be a very bad thing. I happen to like everything I've done over the last, and he sort of catches himself over the last few years, and I'd rather that carry on.
I look at him a little bit and deeper and point out that, have we met at any point in the past?
And he sort of gives you a big grin and says, maybe.
I rack my brain.
I have so many friends.
Can I make a check?
Make a
Can I run a history check? Because one of my characteristics is remembering notable people.
Yeah, you can make a history check, and you can make a wisdom, just a wisdom check. Yeah.
Funny. Look familiar, even at this age.
He doesn't look familiar at all. You can't really say you saw any half elf, half dwarves, old, young, or whatever. But he the attitude that he's giving you.
Okay.
It does feel somewhat familiar.
I turn around.
Maybe a passing acquaintance, or maybe a passing, or maybe you even read about it or heard about it in a story of someone matching this sort of description of this sort of arrogance and.
Does my 13 God, I don't think it does.
You know lots of notable characters of the Fae, and he is of the Fae. You've established that. There are quite a lot. Could be any of them.
He's ginger and he's got loads of money.
Donald
So,
Trump.
as part of my researcher feature, I can if I try to learn or recall a piece of lore, if I don't know it, I can usually know where to find it or where I could obtain it from. In my time in Rexentrum, when I was in the Library of the Cobalt Soul or anything like that, would I have known whether there was any kind of collections about Fae?
Absolutely.
Fae
Yes.
and like a history of them or anything?
Yes.
And is there a chance that I would recall any of those, any particular characteristics?
Yes, but you don't have enough unique information yet to go on. He is acting like an awful lot of the characters you've read about. Usually, like a lot of the Fae creatures are they're either flitting tricksters or and those are the ones that don't tend to have a lot of power. And they are usually quite evasive and usually quite mischievous. And there are the Archfey who tend to who have a lot more power and tend to deal with you with a lot more knowledge that they have that power. So potentially you think he may be Archfey.
Okay.
So I say to Andak in earshot. In earshot, quite clearly this guy's not done anything and probably isn't that notable, which is why he's not kind of telling us anything. So yeah, he's probably just a nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a deception check, because I see exactly what you're doing, but roll me a deception check.
That's the one that's fucking 0.
Alright, I've got -1, mate, so it's just 3. You're doing it.
Yeah, he doesn't bite. He doesn't bite.
Yeah, I reckon he's a nobody as well.
So that's what we're going to do. We agree that we'll get the boats. We'll spend the night. We'll go up. We'll find the transportation circle, and we'll all move ourselves into Melasmia, and we'll find this orrery and put an end to this. Just so we're fully aware about what's going on, the creature that is after you is named Ukuota. He is the Titan of the Menagerie Coast. And what you have done is given him a vessel. Your dear departed compatriot has now become his ward. And with
Which, I look round and I'm like, who? Who's the person? Who's your dear departed?
Shuffle my feet and put my head down and avoid eye contact to answer the question.
Is it the one that he killed?
and
you killed one of your party members?
He nods, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So he got him up and he got some knowledge from him, and then the whole magic thing happened, and he used the skills of your compatriot to find out what caused it, and then he managed to kidnap the other one of you that came from the future.
Yes. Do you know whether she's alive? I mean, is he obviously holding her? He seems to know a lot.
Yes, he's using her and her knowledge to try and unlock the power of the orrery. My assumption is, because we're not on speaking terms, that he intends to somehow bring knowledge and power back to the Calamity, to where he was locked away, and prevent that from happening. Or at the very least, if he can't manage that, find some way of letting himself out of his prison now. Either way, it's not good. Either way, he's messing around with something in the middle of the Fey Forest, and we can't be dealing with that.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
he's
he at
upsetting
the
it.
orrery?
He's upsetting it. Yes, he is, and he's upsetting everybody. As your man Corim said, everyone's leaving. Even Mr. Witch and Mr. Light said they won't be bringing the carnival anywhere near us for the foreseeable because of everything that's going on. And I like the carnival.
Obviously.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do.
The carnival was in this area.
Oh, 200-300 years, I believe. You should come. We should go. When we've sorted this out, I will get you all tickets and we can all go. It's on me.
That would be fun.
Cool. Think we'll enjoy a carnival.
Great, I'm glad we're on the same page. World-ending doom, all your fault. Let's go and get it fixed.
That's it.
And then carnival.
Not just anyone's fault.
And carnival.
Pandax. It's all Pandak's fault.
If you guys had been better at killing the snakes that popped out of the box, I wouldn't have had to have made a 50-50 call that unfortunately didn't go my way.
We got it on video.
The snakes that were very literally nearly dead, that you then set on fire in addition to your very alive teammates.
The other ones.
Just think, if you hadn't have done that, you'd be playing a very different game right now, and God only knows what would have happened, but...
we all get along.
Yeah. Maybe you would have settled down, got a farm, and... Yeah, it would have been really boring. I actually think that's a good place to leave it, because I don't want you travelling and doing stuff yet, and there's stuff to do, and I know that Dave needs Betty Buys.
Yeah, I've got to be up at 4 tomorrow, so.
Yay! Where are you flying into?
I'm flying from Heathrow, so that's two hours to get there.
Canal.
2 hours in the airport because it's COVID. Flying to Hamburg because it's the closest I could get, and then a 2-hour drive down to Hanover.
Jesus! So it's not even Frankfurt or anywhere nice.
So I'm going to get on site about 2 p.m.
What type of testing is it?
It's car related. I can't say much more than that.
Excellent. It's fine.
Yeah,
But I'll say goodbye to